What's good? What's good, world? We back in the cave. Y'all already know. It's your
What's
boy Cal
happening?
Williams, and of course, I'm joined by my super duper co-host, Mr.
DJ Favor, I'm in here, bro. What's up?
We in the building. We in the
What's
building, man.
going
Y'all
on?
already know. We bringing y'all a special edition. I know y'all used to us coming Wednesdays at 9, but we bring y'all a special edition today. We had the last couple of weeks off, had a couple of things we had to get right. But so we bring a special edition tonight. It's never a wrong time to jump in the cave and get things going. You feel me?
Facts. Never wrong time.
Never a wrong time. Never at all. Never at all. So before we jump into tonight, before we jump into today's topic, of course we like to recap of how our week was and everything that went on. Get up with my bro, and kick it. So DJ Favor, talk to us, man. How was your week? How was your weekend? What's going on?
Man, I'm stressing, bro. I've been working hard.
And why are you stressing, man?
My bank account got hacked.
Oh, the money got touched. Oh,
My bank account got hacked, bro.
Not good.
And I went, okay, so for those who don't know, I work for the school system in the area that I live in. I work security.
Okay.
And they came to us. They offered us a position to work full time in the city school system. 3 guys went over automatically.
Okay.
I'm being told, oh, yours won't start till this summer. Cat, you already know. I ain't trying to be here this summer.
Oh, I know.
I got a job waiting for me. I'm trying to get back to more money.
You already know.
So, I'm figuring I went over. This was before I talked to them. I figured, oh, it went over because the city gets paid monthly. They don't get paid weekly or bi-weekly. They get paid every month.
Okay.
So seeing that my check did not drop, I was like, oh, it went through. Cool. That'll work. That's what's up. That's what everybody else was saying because they just went over too. So I'm like, all right, back. I wait. The month comes up. Nothing. I said, wait a minute. Okay, I switched my account. I let them know I had to switch my stuff over.
Okay.
Something ain't happening. When they talked to them, they said, well, we sent it to the account. It didn't come back.
Something ain't right.
Meaning it went somewhere.
Right.
But I ain't seen it.
Oh, no, that's not good.
So I'm getting paid to work for free.
That's not good. No. We don't work for free.
Bruh, it's been frustrating. You already know
we don't
save
work
up to get my whip. I'm expecting a certain amount every week.
Of course.
And I've been cut off.
No. We don't work for free.
Yeah, this been real frustrating for me.
Yeah, we don't do that. We don't work for free, man. That's not works right here.
So this is what I did. Y'all know I believe in God. I believe in everything God planned. Everything is aligned for a reason. I look at it this way. Once they get to the bottom of it, that's going to be a couple of checks that's set up for me.
Right.
Just sitting there. God said this is the only way you go save your money.
Okay. So you feel it was...
No, I've been doing good though.
Have you?
Because
have you really?
I actually got a couple G's in my account right now. So I've been doing good.
Okay, so
I ain't touching it. Until recently, I ain't had no choice but to touch it. But yeah,
Okay.
Well, I'm figuring that's what's going on.
Look at it like that. Exactly. There's a silver lining. There's a silver lining.
That's how I gotta look at it, or else
like that.
You know how disgruntled employees be. I ain't trying to be one of them. So
It's a silver lining to everything.
And them jokers working me to death, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I already talked to you about it. Them breaks and we can't let you take a lunch break.
Oh, you already know. You
leave. These kids ain't like they ain't like when we came up, bro.
I mean,
they
it
so
is
disrespectful and
it happens. It happens, though.
Smoking all over the place. And it's like, why you know about smoking now? Smoking weed, smoking cigarettes. What? And these freshmen and sophomores.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, it's a different world, man. It's a different world, man.
Yeah, completely.
I mean, my week was hectic too. It was a very, very, very busy week. Like, by the end of the week, I was drained, man. I was like pulled in so many different directions, you know, but I mean, I'm not complaining though, because I was securing that bag, you know, but it was definitely, I needed that rest this weekend, man. I needed to kick my feet back, you know, have some nice drink. I mean, nice cigar, big boy cigar, something like that, you know, but I needed that rest to rejuvenate. So, I mean, let's jump into today's topic though, because this was actually a conversation that I had, you know, amongst friends, and I got a lot of different opinions about this specific topic. So I said, this sounds like a man cave topic that we need to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I know a couple of people going through this situation, a couple of people struggling with this situation. So as we always do, we bring it to the cave and we talk about it from a man's point of view, and you know, give that good man advice for those that, you know, may need big guidance. So I'm not going to delay it any further, you know, not going to delay it any further for our listeners. Today's topic is when to be submissive and when to take the lead. Yeah, I'm gonna just let that marinate for a second. Take a little pull cigar, let that marinate for a second.
Yeah, you're really trying to get us caught up, huh?
Oh, no.
I see what's happening.
Do I ever try to get us caught up? Maybe just a little bit. You know?
I see what's happening. I know what's going on. You ain't slick. Just a little bit, you know. But I mean, yo, there's a lot of people struggling with this, and it's a big debate amongst relationships, you know, marriages. So I said, hey, we need to talk about this on the cave. So for those who's just tuning in, I'm going to repeat the topic for today. The topic is when to be submissive and when to take the lead. Now, as I said, this topic became a topic amongst friends. We was having this conversation, and you know, I'm not going to say all, but there's a lot of women out there. Yeah, I'm not going to say all. I'm not going to say all, you know, because I have a couple of our women listeners and, you know, fans that attack my email, you know. And I, you know, which is, by the way, you can send all emails and concerns to tdrmancavepodcast@gmail.com. Please address anything that I may say or DJ Favor may say, or, you know, that you want to address, you want us to talk about further or anything like that, you know. Address this.
Welcome more concerns.
He said all. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Nah, you good. So, as I said, you know, this topic has come and been brought to me because I had this conversation amongst friends, and there was a few women that actually struggled with that submissive, you know, being submissive. A lot of women felt that it was a sign of being weak, or, you know, felt like doing whatever the man says, and I'm not going to be submissive. I'm my own woman. That's not the type of woman I am to just take what a man says. And honestly, I have a different opinion of that, and not in a negative way. I'm going to explain. To me, being submissive doesn't mean doing whatever the man says. Being submissive is not necessarily a bad thing. We all have a role in relationships. We all have a role that we play in relationships, and there is a time that you are supposed to be submissive, or should be submissive, and then there's a time that you should take the lead. And I'm, speaking from experience and just speaking from our roles in relationships. As I stated, whether we think we do or we don't, whether you think you do or you don't, you do have a specific role in the relationship. And not just for women, men too. You have a certain role that you play in that relationship. Now, whether you play that role or not, well, then, hey, that's your own personal preference. But we do have a role that we play in the relationship, something we bring to the relationship. There is certain times that you should be submissive and allow your significant other to take the lead. And then there's times that you may be needed or should take the lead. So I feel like being submissive is not necessarily a bad thing. It just depends on the two people in a relationship and handling that in a grown way, not a juvenile way or immature way. Is handling that in a grown way. And I feel that the word and meaning of being submissive has took a negative light, because there's a lot of people out there that doesn't have that grown mindset and have used that word and brought so much negativity to it. But I necessarily really don't feel it's a bad thing being submissive. I feel at times it does call for you to be submissive, and then there's times for you to take that lead. I mean that's just my personal opinion. How do you feel?
I agree with you 110%. Believe it or not, there are times where men are submissive. Now, I'll tell you when. Wow. There are times that we submit. The first thing that comes to mind is jobs. Because if we didn't, we wouldn't be there. There are all kind of rules, concepts, displays that you have to do at a job, depending on what type of job you're working and where your job is. You have to submit to the rules of that job. Another thing is the rules of the law. We got to submit to them.
Very true.
Bruh, because if we didn't, we all be locked up. That's submission. So there are times, and there's just a couple of them, but there are times that men are submissive as well. Even now, sometimes in relationships, and a lot of guys don't see it. Talk about it, but I've been hearing different men shows like the K talk about being submissive or letting the woman take the lead at times. That's what they say. It's the same thing to me.
That's what's said.
For instance, my personal thing is, I'm good at finance. I could be better. If women, I'm gonna tell you the truth. Majority of the women I know that's around me, in my life, out of my life, whatever the case may be, are good at financial decisions. There's a lot of women are good at this. That's why majority of the time, when you walk into a bank, majority of your tellers are women. You pay attention to that? You might see one or two guys in there, but most of the whole staff in that joker are women. Why? Why?
Very true.
Why is there so many women working in banking and finance and even when you do your finances is different places. Now, the car dealerships and stuff like that, you see a lot of men there, but I'm just saying, once you get all your information together and all this kind of stuff, majority of the time, they have you sign off and do all this kind of stuff, and then you send you to a woman to do all the... I'm just saying that.
It's very true.
I've noticed that, especially here recently, because I've been doing a lot of it and trying to save money up and all that kind of caught my eye. Like, wow, there sure is a lot of women in this industry. Wow.
Oh yeah.
And they good at it too.
Yes.
So
very good.
Yeah. Like my banker that I deal with all the time, I walk in the bank and she ain't there,
Uh
and I need to talk to her. I'm walking right back out of that shop. I'll be
huh.
like, when is she back? Oh, she's on vacation for a
Yes,
week.
that is very true.
God. Okay, I'll be back.
That
Well,
is
you don't want to
very,
see nobody else?
very
Nah,
true.
dog. I'm.
That's very true. I ain't gonna lie. If you used to dealing with someone and they're not there, you like,
Bruh.
yeah, I'll be back.
Yeah,
I'll be back.
I'll be
You know,
back.
I'm not really going to. You know, I'm not gonna handle this today.
Mm-mm.
You know, that's very true.
So
That is
yeah,
very
that's
true.
that's big. That's
Mhm.
the first thing came to mind talking about that. Like that's one industry
Mhm.
that I can mention. And like I said, majority of financial stuff, it's women in it.
Right.
Majority of, if you think about any credit, just
Yeah.
think about the different financial industries. There are women who run these industries, and majority
Absolutely.
of them they
Absolutely.
run by it's mad women in this industry. So yeah, yeah, dog. Like, well, now even when I was married, I'm thinking back. I let my wife handle the finances. I did that
Mhm.
because she was good at that. She knew what went where, when it went, and I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but my mind don't be on that all the
Mhm.
time. Be
Yeah.
missing stuff. Like, oh shoot, I forgot to pay such bill, and then we don't even think about it until like
This
we
is
walk
true.
in the house and turn the lights on and they don't come on. Like, oh man.
This is very true.
I'm just saying.
Very true.
I know I can't be the only one. I'm just saying.
No, you're not. And that's the thing. You're not. You're not the only one. This. You're not the only one. This is
Yeah,
very
so
common. Very common. You know, and that's the thing. I mean, like a lot of people, you know, like I said, a lot of people look at it as a sign of weakness. I'm not
yeah.
submitting. What am I submitting for? You know, why am I doing that? Like, honestly, sometimes you need to submit.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you have to let that man be that man and let him take the lead. Let him stand up and be that man and take the lead.
I mean,
It's nothing wrong with that.
it goes back
That's it.
biblically, dog. Like if we and y'all know I always take the biblical standpoint, but if you look at the Bible and you read back in Genesis, sure, Eve was there when Adam was doing what he was doing, but Adam was taking the lead the majority of the time, and you don't see them fighting about that. I'm
Mm.
sure it would have been recorded.
You think? You think? You think? Oh, it
Perfect
most
example.
definitely, it
Just
most
for
definitely
5
would have been
seconds. No.
recorded. Believe that. You could believe that.
But yeah, dog. Yeah. Like even I'm thinking even like shoot. A lot of like my sister is a veterinarian and she just moved up in her job where her job moved her to Cali.
Okay.
And my parents are in Atlanta right now because they basically cleaning up her apartment and everything. They just came down this weekend, and
Okay.
shoot, they moved her into a position to where she dealing with money and stuff like that now. So
Right.
she's like running. They were basically what they were doing were they was giving her, I mean, getting her opinions all the time as she was in Atlanta, and they were flying her back and forth to Cali.
Okay.
And they said, you know what? The owner of the company was like, this really don't make a lot of sense.
Wow.
You need to be here at these meetings because they were doing meetings like this.
Right.
And she was like one of the only ones that went in the meeting physically. And they was
Okay.
like, nah, you need to be in these meetings. Your concepts, your ideals are way too great for you not to be sitting in on these meetings. And one thing led to another. Like I said, they were flying her back and forth. And this last month, yeah, they've been there a month. They literally moved my sister, her husband, their 2 kids to Cali, all expenses paid.
Oh, nice.
They paid for everything. Like the place that they living in right now.
Right.
The company's taking care of it, bro.
Nice.
Bruh.
Very
I'm like,
nice.
oh, she was like talking to me because she was thinking beforehand what she was going to do is start her own veterinarian business, and she might still do that.
Okay.
She was like, yeah, I'm going to have to pull you in to do security and this and that. Man,
Right.
let's go. We can do this. I ain't been to Cali in a good little minute.
Cali is very good time.
And they living, bruh. My dad said they living the good life, Doc.
Nah, Cali's a very nice time. I had the opportunity to go out to Cali a couple of years back on business, you know, when I was doing an independent artist tour, unsigned exposure tour.
Okay.
You know, always shout out to my, you know, everybody who took part in that growth of that tour, you know, and my brothers, you know, who are no longer with me, who earned their names, Black Lotto and, you know, Craig, Nightwell Parent, the founders of that tour, man, and it was great. It's one of the places, one of the destinations we went to was Cali. And I'm telling you, man, it was a great time. It was definitely
I believe it. I'm gonna go now. I got a reason to go for real now.
It was beautiful, man. That shit was beautiful, right? It was real nice. They treated us like kings, man. They treated us like kings. Right. But I don't want to sway too much off the topic because, like I said, it's a lot of people who I feel who may benefit from this. Jacob, give me an example of when is it not a good time to be submissive?
When is it not a good time?
When is it not a good time to be submissive?
When asked for your opinion. I've seen people being asked for their opinion, even with jobs, and they decline. Like, why are you declining? You're being asked to give your opinion. This is what they want you to do, but they don't want to be in the forefront. So they shy back. There are some people, I can't think of the technical name they call them right now, but there are some people that, they don't like the limelight like that. They not trying to be, they're not trying to be in the limelight.
They're not really trying to make no decisions. They're not really trying to
they don't like the spotlight, and they're excellent in what they do.
Really? Okay.
It would be perfect.
Okay.
But they shy away from the spotlight for one reason or another.
Right.
Shoot, we have some in TDR that I've been trying to push for a minute, and they just, I don't want to do that. I don't know if that's gonna work. I'll be like, man, come on, Doc. But it is what it is. I mean, when the time comes and they are needed, usually they'll step up. But as far as them just volunteering for it, that ain't gonna happen. That's a lie.
Not gonna happen. You don't
It's
think so?
it's not. I'm gonna be honest with you. My sister, when they first started pushing her to the top, when she was in Atlanta, and they started moving her up gradually, she was very freaked out by it. She had to be at these board meetings and all this kind of stuff, and she was like, I don't know about all this stuff. I'm like, man, there's got to be a reason they pulling you in like this. Your opinion matters, and they need opinion. They need the opinion of someone who's actually on the floor, just per se. I'm using my sales terms.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I used to be in sales. So if you're on the floor and they need you, they pull you to the front. Shoot. Ain't nowhere to go but up.
That's right. That's
Right
right.
now, like I told my, and I keep bringing her up because I'm so proud of. She's the baby of all of us. I'm so proud of her. She making more money than all of us put together.
Hey, hey, listen, ain't
I'm
nothing wrong
like,
with that.
bruh, I'm so proud of her to
Ain't
where,
nothing wrong
like,
with that.
when I found out they were flying her back and forth, I was like, good
That's
Lord,
right.
all that money?
Hmm.
I'm gonna fly
Hey,
you to
get that
Cali
money.
for 2 days,
Get that money. Get it.
then send you home.
Hmm. I'm saying like
Bruh.
me personally, you gave you. I mean, that was a good example. As far as like your opinion, and
Yeah,
I do feel that in a lot of situations, certain relationships, that is overlooked.
yeah.
Because you get in a relationship, so it's so easy to lose yourself, and you lose your self identity in that relationship, to where like you become submissive all the time. You no longer have your own opinion. You no longer have your own way of dressing. You no longer have your
Mm-hmm.
own way of thinking. You no longer have an opinion about anything. And you tend to just go with the flow of the opinion of your significant other. They say, oh, well, I want to eat at Burger King. And you really want McDonald's. You would just go with it. Like, okay,
Okay,
well,
let's
we can
do
eat
it.
at
Yeah.
McDonald's. Or, going out to dinner, and you got a certain outfit you want to put on, but your significant other's like, nah, don't put that on, put this on. And
Man.
you really didn't want to wear that outfit, but because he or she said it, now you're like, oh, okay, all right, baby, I'll put this on. And it happens with small things like that
Mm-hmm.
to the point where eventually it continues to grow into every part of your life, where you'll wake up one day and you don't even recognize yourself because
Yeah.
you've been so submissive to everything that you kind of lost your own identity. And I do feel that that's a bad time. That's a bad thing as far as when to be submissive. It's okay to be submissive in a relationship, but it is not okay to lose your identity on who you are and the things that you like and the things that you value. You know, we have to pay attention to that
Mm-hmm.
because it could be so easily done. You
And
know,
you'll definitely get walked over.
yes, you will.
You'll get
Yes,
walked on, walked over, whatever the
yes,
word is you want to use. Like it's nothing to
yeah.
where I've seen people in relationships um have that happen to them, and they, like you said earlier, they lose themselves, and they're just okay, all right, yeah, all right, yeah. Like, why are you
Right,
going along with all this stuff?
right,
You
exactly,
don't want to do it, but you're willing to be walked on.
right,
It's
exactly. That right there.
cheating. I bring that up.
Talk about it.
I've seen people get cheated on that to me was the best people I could ever think of. And I couldn't imagine them going through what they went through. And they seemed to be okay with it because
Mm,
they kept taking the person back.
mm,
Like,
mm-hmm.
what? What? What are you doing? And I think that comes with a lot of different stuff like that because we all heard the quote, when a woman's fed up,
Oh yeah, know that very well.
that bruh,
Know that very well.
that right there,
Yeah,
you don't want to see that side.
you really don't.
You
You
don't.
really don't, because there's
I
no coming
mean,
back from that.
I mean, in the movie, Whitney and all of them, they took it to the extreme.
Hmm. But that was real though. At the same time,
But yeah,
they took it to the extreme. I'm here to tell you,
yeah,
they took it to the extreme. But I'm here to tell you that is real. At the same time,
yeah.
that is so real.
Like
That
I
is
can
so
see
real.
that actually happening. Like, whoa, that's crazy. But then I think back to certain things and um, people telling me certain stuff, even women going through their situations and telling me what happened to them to the extreme. I'm like, God. Another reason I always say women stronger than men because y'all take a lot from us. or should I say the male gender, y'all take a lot and carry it. So yeah. But we talking about, y'all know what we talking about right now. We finna go in depth. I want to shout out everybody that's listening to us live, to those that will be listening to us wherever you will be listening to us. Shout out to you. Thank you for listening to the Man Cave on Tone Deaf Network. We love what we do. Love giving our opinions on certain things. I appreciate Cal for pulling me into the cave because, yeah.
You already know, man.
I mean, getting it off my chest.
And that's what we do, man. This we at the cave, man. This is a man's point of view, you know, but at the same time, listen to what I said. This is a man's point of view. This is a man's platform, but at the same time, we're men. We're not gonna get on here and talk a whole bunch of ignorance and talk things that's, you know, out of pocket. We're giving you a man's point of view on life in all walks of life, in all areas. You know, we're here to educate and give knowledge and also receive it at the same time. So, you know, that's what the Man Cave is for. So we definitely appreciate y'all. We appreciate our listeners. We appreciate our fans. And like I said, any concerns or any topics that you would want us to talk about, please email us at tdrmancavepodcast@gmail.com. And we can definitely do that. If you'd like to be a guest on the podcast, you got something that you may be going through or something you want to talk about, hey, email us and we can definitely make that happen. But, you know, that's what this platform is here for. You know, topics like the topic today, you know, when to be submissive and when to take the lead. This is something that a lot of people struggle with in their relationships. And I'm not just talking about women, men as well. But it's something that's very important in a relationship, whether you think so or not, because there's certain times that you should not take the lead. You know, something like what Favor brought up earlier in the show, finances. Now, I'll use my own personal self. Like me, my fiance is better with finances than I do.
Yeah.
What I mean by that is the structure, organizing. Like, you know, she know how much this costs, so she'll put this to the side. She know how much it costs the following month. She already has a whole blueprint of how she handles it. Now, I'm not saying that I mess up finances, no, because I'm good. I'm always going to make sure that, you know, finances is taken care of and things like that. But she's more structured with it. You know, she know it ahead of time, like 2 months ahead of time, you know. So, okay, I let her take the lead on that. You know, I'm like, okay, babe, this is the money for this, this is the money for that. I let her take the lead on that, and she does a damn good job.
And I'm just saying, like I said earlier,
you gotta know.
In your financial district.
Oh, hey, Favor, before you give your spill on that, we got a guest. We got a guest in the cave. We got a current guest. One of our cave brothers has popped into the cave. Oh, what's up, man? Hall has popped into the cave. I'm gonna bring you into the cave, man.
What's happening? What's good,
man? Welcome back to the cave, brother.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
sir. We can hear you.
Welcome to the cave, Doc.
How y'all doing?
We good, man. You know, we up in the cave doing our 1-2, you know, giving our man advice to the listeners and doing the damn thing, man. It's good to have you back in the cave, man. What's going on with you today?
Thanks.
Good to be back. Now, nothing, you know, usual wedding planning, and that's about it.
That's what's up. Congrats.
Congrats, man.
I know that's a lot.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
I already know. You've been busy.
That goes back to the original question you told me, Kyle. Being submissive, I let my fiance plan.
See?
We were just talking about. See
how he jumped right into the topic and gave him spill. That's what I'm talking about, grown man stuff. See?
Yeah.
And I was just about to ask him what was his spill on today's topic, being submissive, when to be submissive, and when to take the lead. What's your opinion on that, Hall? Like, when do you feel like?
I think, me personally, I feel like being submissive on certain things, like for me, for my relationship, is probably more of like financial, household stuff. I think I probably would take the lead when it comes to more like, I don't know, I say more like things that need to be done like in a timely manner,
Mhm.
except for that doesn't involve finances, I guess. Like I guess protecting of the house and stuff like that, little nuanced stuff. But I feel like majority of the things I'd probably take the backseat for a lot of stuff because she probably knows more than me when it comes to those things.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
I'm just saying, Doc.
There's a time.
Absolutely.
There's a time where I also realize there's a time and place to be submissive, but there's a time and place you stand your ground or say or stop everything and let her know like, hey, look, this is what we gotta do on this stuff. But for the most part, I feel the saying happy wife, happy life is I feel like that's a true thing when it comes to that stuff.
Yep.
That's a wise man.
Yep. That is absolutely true. And I told
You are a very wise man.
It comes with time and experience.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Shit, bro.
It comes with time and experience, and that's very true. I mean, I feel like there's a time and a place. Like you said, there's a time and a place to be submissive, and there's a time to take the lead. Like, prime example, like if there's something that needs to be done outside the house, and I'm gonna give a disclaimer before I say this because I know I have a whole bunch of women in front of my email like, Al, how could you say that?
Uh-oh.
If there's something that needs to be done outside the house, as far as with the car or mowing the lawn, cleaning the gutters, taking out the trash.
Yes.
Now, women, we know y'all can do that. We know y'all independent and y'all can handle that. But as I said earlier in the show, we all have a role in a relationship, whether we want to believe that or not. A man has a role, a female has a role. And things like that I just said, as far as things being done outside the house, that's when that man should take the lead and mow that lawn, take care of the needs of that car.
Yeah, because
that's when a woman needs to step back.
I've seen.
Go ahead.
Because I've seen when my grandmother tried to cut the grass and my grandfather got mad. Those lines weren't straight. I told you about this when the lines and
right. That's right.
Cut the grass. Yeah.
That's right. And it's true. I mean, like, think about it. And see, this is one of the things, in my opinion, I feel that's wrong with this new generation. You have a lot of women not letting that man be that man. But then complaining about it. And it's like, honestly, to some degree, it's your fault. Prime example. I was at a gas station about 2 weeks ago, two weekends ago. And pull up in the car. Now, mind you, we in my fiance's car. We in her car. She's driving. I'm in the passenger side, because I try to take advantage of that as much as I can because she always got me driving. So when she want to drive, I'm like, yeah, take the wheel, man. I got you. And I know all men can relate to that.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
So we pull up at the gas station, right?
Do your thing.
Yeah, she need gas. So I hop out, go pay for the gas, and then I go pump the gas. Right next to me is another car.
Bruh.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
Another car. Now check this out. The man is in the passenger seat in this
chilling.
His woman is outside of the car pumping the gas.
I seen it.
She pumping the gas. Now,
I seen it.
I just happened to look up and I seen that. And she looked at me and then looked in the car at him, gave him the eye of death.
See, I try not to draw attention.
Hold on, check this out. Got in the car. I'm still pumping my gas.
Yeah.
Got in the car, and all you seen, I couldn't hear what they were saying, but all you seen was this. I already know.
Bruh, I already know.
But that's her fault.
I try to stay away from that type of stuff because you never know the situation. He might usually do it his leg
No.
might be broke.
No,
I never know.
No,
And then,
I'm not gonna let you do that.
like what
No,
you just said.
I'm not gonna let you do that.
What you just said happened to me before.
I'm not even gonna let you finish. I'm not gonna.
It happened to me before where I was standing there, and the woman looked at me the same way she looked at you, and I was like, I just did a confused look. She just threw her hands up. I was like,
there's no excuse for that. I'm sorry, Favor. I know you about to try to get that guy past.
No, I wasn't. What I was saying was, that's why I said I usually stay out of it because I don't know what's going on. But at the same time, 9 times out of 10, that woman gonna give you a look to let you know. You ain't even looking for it. It's like, oh,
just saying.
Okay.
You gotta know when.
Because I'm a firm believer. Even like I was brought up that way. My pops brought me up like that. Like, man, you don't let your mom pump the gas. Your sisters are out here, and you in the car. So from a young age, we was pumping gas. We knew how to stop it and everything. So
let me tell you something. The same way I am on the cave is the same way that I am in my everyday. You know what I'm saying? I'll tell you, ain't I the same all the way, every day?
Yeah.
I said, what you say?
Yeah, sure.
No,
I'm the same every day. Like, what you see is what you get. This is me. So I say that to say I told my female cousin about her dude with that same example. I got out the car, she pumping the gas, he in the car twiddling thumbs on his phone. I pulled her to the side. I said, come here, listen. I said, no disrespect. I said, but you know me. You know your cousin. You know how I am. You need to check your dude. Ain't no reason you should be pumping gas, he in the car and dog on phone. I said, you need to check him. If he don't get it right, then you need to have a real conversation with him because he ain't taking care of his man duties. And if he can't get out and do something as small as pumping gas for you, I could just imagine what's going on behind closed doors.
That don't make no sense, man.
I kept it real with him.
See, hold on, Kyle. In that same breath, we say that, right? We say that as men. We say that as men that do that for our
right. Oh, you still there?
I think he got bad signal.
Oh, you still there?
Her relationship. If she ain't doing her part, who is she to get mad at her man for not doing what he's supposed to be? Who she thinks he's supposed to be doing?
Wait, say that again because we missed about 50% of what you were saying. Say it again.
Yeah, we lost you for a minute. Repeat that.
Man, y'all hear me now?
Yeah, we hear you.
Yes.
Yeah.
We lost you again.
Barely.
You got low.
Okay. So what I was saying is, in that same breath, if you guys are saying that a man should pumping gas and do all that jazz, you gotta also look at sometimes it might not be a case of a man not doing his part. It might be a man responding to a woman not doing her part on her side of the relationship. Because I've seen it plenty of times where women don't do the things she's supposed to do, take care of the household, cook dinner, stuff like that. But in the same breath, wants a man to open the door for her, will pump the gas, cut the grass for her, and all this other stuff. But then when he asks her to do the basic things, she's like, nah, I'm not doing that. You can get your own, or you can do this your own stuff. And it's like, yeah, that's true. Men are supposed to do that, but I always say chivalry is dead. But it's like, is it really dead, or are y'all the ones that killed him?
Wow, there goes a show. That's a show right there.
You are absolutely right. It goes both ways, women. You hear it. You're hearing it from the man cave. You gotta do your part too.
Is chivalry dead, or did you kill it?
Wow. I like that. That might be another show topic. Is chivalry dead, or did you kill it?
Yeah, he got to be back on here for that one.
Yo, no, he got the open pass to come on the team every time he wants.
Bruh.
Anytime home on the come on the game, we already know he got the open pass.
Hey, we need to promo that one.
Yo,
because you already know.
You gotta be being that you. Oh, you brought that up, so you gotta be present on that show. Is Chivalry dead, or did you kill it?
Oh my God!
God, that was a bomb right there.
Oh,
that was a bomb right there.
Can you imagine the emails?
Yo, I love it. Bring it on. Bring it on. Love it.
Bring it on.
Bring it on. I love it. Bring all the emails. I want it all.
Wow.
That's right. I mean, but think, okay. Let's run with that. Let's run with that for a minute, though.
Wow.
Okay.
Let's run with that for a minute. Let's give a couple of examples right now of how a woman can actually kill the chivalry in the relationship.
I'm gonna let him go first because he.
You gonna let Hall go?
Hall came in here and shook some stuff up.
I'm
over here deep thoughts. Like,
he dropped the bomb on me. I love it. You know what? I'm gonna use that shit. It might get me in trouble, but I'm gonna use that shit. Fuck it. I'm gonna just go for it. I'm not gonna use it on my people. Cause I ain't a fool. I ain't a fool, damn it. I was born at night, not last night.
Oh, you gonna get that man strung up?
Nah. My baby take care of me. I'm good. She take care of me. I'm good. I'm all too good.
Exactly.
But I'm gonna use that on some of these women out there that be talking bad on men. I'm gonna ask, well, you know what? Is Chivalry dead or did you kill him? Ooh! And then I'm gonna sit back like this and wait for an answer.
Bruh. Oh.
Nah. You said, what's the question, Kyle?
Okay. Give me an example of how a woman can kill the chivalry in a relationship.
I mean, that's basically not letting her man be a man. Not letting him, let him do the basic manly things that's supposed to be. Let's be real. Kyle, when you go shopping with your woman and it's time to bring all the groceries in, how many trips you take when you bring all the bags in?
I try to take a lot of bags the first time. So I know it's not many left.
Yeah.
And I actually tell her, like, because my fiance, she the type, she'll try to be like, all right, babe, I'm gonna help you. I'll be like, nah, don't worry, I got this. You know what I'm saying? Because as I bring them in, you put them away, and whatever's left, I'll come and help you. You know what I'm saying? After I'm done. That's what I do.
That's how it's supposed to be.
That's what I do.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Okay, and you're right.
That's my point. Exactly. If a woman knows, she knows as a man. Right?
Yeah, and I said it. You're right though, because that is definitely a good example of how a woman can actually kill the chivalry in a relationship. Yeah, like not letting that man be a man. Feeling like, because, and see, this goes back to women that make these comments, and those that, if it don't apply to you, let it fly. But those that it apply to, understand it for what it is, and let's have a conversation on it. Those women out there that say, well, I don't need a man for nothing. I can do whatever I want myself. I don't need a man. I don't, I could do, I don't need a man. I could do whatever by myself. Like, I'm here to tell you, no, that's not correct. You do need a man, and a man does need you. We need each other. Don't convince yourself otherwise, because you'll just be fooling yourself. I mean, whether you have a man in a relationship or whether you have a whole bunch of empty promises or friends with benefits or one-night stands, you still need a man, right? I'm just saying. So,
I was going to go somewhere. I'm not going there.
No, go there. We in the game.
I'm not going to go there. Cause...
I'm going to go there. So, I mean, you could choose not to, but the truth is, it is what it is.
So, okay. I work in the school system. I see stuff that when we was coming up, we didn't see out in the open. Like there are lesbian relationships all over the place.
Okay.
Where the little what do they call them? The stud types.
Okay.
These are the burly wanna be us types. Kind of look at us in a downgrading way, like we ain't what we are.
Mhm.
They got a problem with us. They got an issue with us. Every time, and there's somebody in particular that I'm thinking of right now. Every time they're approached by a man in power, let's say he's the principal, he's the teacher, um, whatever, even the custodians, she has a problem with him saying certain things to her. And they're not derogatory, they're not bad stuff, they're stuff that he was say to the other kids, even in security. Certain things said to them, they don't like it when we say it to them.
Okay.
I didn't realize this probably was going on back in the day, and it wasn't out as much as it is now. Where I can think of now having issues with certain people to come to find out later on that's their lifestyle.
Okay.
What do y'all think about that? Because we're talking about the topic we're talking about right now kind of, it's kind of there. So, I mean, we, like Tone would say, we here now.
Oh, we here now, but I think you took us there. I think you actually.
I just want to know, because
all right. I mean, we can switch gears for a minute, but yeah, you kind of switched gears on us. That wasn't where we were going.
That wasn't where you were trying to go.
Nah. You know I'm gonna keep it real with you. I ain't gonna sugarcoat it, pants around it. You went left on us.
I just want to know, because
okay. Well,
I know I ain't the only one that get pushed back like that. Even with you trying to help. Like, say for instance, let's say for instance, forget that, the school and the kids, forget that. For instance, you're trying to help. Let's say I'll give you an example.
Yeah, give an example.
You're in the grocery store. We was just talking about the grocery, putting the grocery up.
Okay.
You see a lady, she's putting the bags in the car. You try to help, but she don't want your help. Not because I can do it myself or whatever the case may be. She just don't want your help because you're a man.
Mm-hmm.
Issue?
I mean, hold on, you want to go first, or you want me to go first?
You go ahead. I'm still trying to digest.
Okay,
I ain't touching this.
Yeah, you went from gear 1 to gear 4. Like
I
get 2 and 3. Like
I'm
you just
push. You
do
know
us to the left. But all right.
Who was I before I was a favor now?
I don't know.
I pushed the envelope a little bit.
Yeah, so. I know, Gator. I know, Gator. But okay, I'll tackle this question first. Me personally, I never had that problem. I never had that problem as far as like someone, a part of the, gay community, a stud that had an issue with me, either lending a hand or helping out or anything. Like, I never had that issue. Like, I actually always been cool, with a stud or, a lesbian or, however. I've always been cool with them. Like, I got a gay best friend back home, female, and I'm just gonna say she's gay because she's not a stud, but she does have some characteristics of like being a little aggressive and stuff like that. But we always been cool as hell. Like I ain't never we always been cool as hell. We talk about all types of shit and everything. So I never really had that issue for real. Like
you heard what I said?
Huh?
You're still young.
I'm still young. I'm maturing by the day. I'm maturing by the day.
Let me stop.
I try to at least.
I'm talking best, man. Go ahead.
It's all good. It's all good. I never had that issue. You know what I'm saying? So it's always been cool, nothing but love. You know, so we kick it. You know, talk shit. So I never had that issue.
I got you. How you saying? You ain't had that issue?
Issue with anybody, but not to that magnitude. No.
I see you alone. You alone on this.
Yeah, I just be getting pushback, and I don't know.
I don't know, Taylor.
I don't know what it is. Like for instance, going back to the school situation, I'm in that authoritative position. I am to be, and I was just told this, to push them around. This is what we do. Like, we have an issue of, and I know we didn't do this in school because, you know, we was perfect students, you know. Kids not wanting to go. Did you choke? You all right?
Speak for yourself. I damn sure wasn't no perfect student, man. I tell you that right now. I didn't. Shit.
My bad. I ain't realize you were taking a bull. Like,
look, I've never been a liar, and I'm not gonna start lying until I listen to the viewers. I was not a perfect student, goddamn.
Hey, it may all come on camera.
Yeah. We ain't gonna lie to the people now, man. We gonna lie to the people.
I just know interaction is different between talking to young women and talking to the stud types. It's a little different. There's a pushback. Like,
I get it, but I just look. You gotta roll with it, man. See, the thing is, you can't try to. You just gotta be you. You know what I mean? You can't.
Oh, I do that anyway.
You just gotta
I
be
break
you,
walls
man.
for a living, doc.
Yeah, you just gotta be you, man. You know,
Why you slow down like that?
I'm just saying.
You just gotta be you.
You just gotta be you, man. Because I mean, that's the best way I can describe it, man. Like, I'm just saying, man. I don't know, but
I mean, I've been in.
You took us left, so we gonna go back right. Okay?
Yeah, let's go back right.
Let's go back right.
I made Hall come on camera.
Yeah,
Like,
we ain't gonna stay left for too long. We weren't left, but we gonna go back right.
Okay.
We gonna go back
I
right.
see my face.
Oh, I gotta show y'all what's good.
Yeah. You know, I feel you, bro. I feel you, bro. You know what I'm saying? I let man. Listen. So now we gave the example of when a woman needs to be submissive. What's a good time that a man needs to be submissive? When do a man need to step back and let that woman take the lead?
When time to pay bills. So I don't want to think about it. Let her pay the bills.
Ain't that the truth?
Is that the reason that happens?
Ain't that the truth, man? Women, it's just a fact. Women are better with finances.
Yeah.
Women are better with finances. I'm sorry. They better with that whole structure and, you know, this go there, that go there. We got this left over. We can put this away. They just better at it.
Cab, let me tell you.
Go ahead.
Hey, Cab, let me tell you. Me and Candace started planning for this wedding, right? We had a joint. We had our budget. And there was a couple of venues I liked. I was like, oh yeah, I like that venue. She was like, yeah, this costs this amount of money. I said, yeah, that's within the budget. She said, we still gotta get this, that. I'm like, you know what, you got it. You tell me what we got. Just tell you where the money gotta go, and I go.
Hey.
All right. You fuck with me, you'll be all out of budget.
Yo, that's the truth though. That's the truth. I'm trying to tell you that's the truth, man. I'm trying to tell you that's the truth. That is definitely true. But let me tell you, when me and Janelle started planning our wedding and everything and getting everything together, she knew down to the T of when everything would be paid off, you know, how much we have left over.
Yes.
When's the last payment gotta be on this? Who needs that? And I'm like, how you know when we gonna be done paying this? You know, no, because if you put this here and then you do this and do that, we should be done with everything by March 18th. Like
the Pacific Day.
And look, what's even more crazy, I kid you not.
Yo,
she was absolutely correct. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. It's true, man. But you're right. That is definitely a good time when a man needs to fall back and be submissive. When it's time to pay shit, pay bills. Let your woman handle that, man. Let your woman handle that.
I mean, I do know some men that's good at money, but I don't know that many.
Well, see, this is the thing. I'm not saying that men.
I'm just saying, come on, bro.
Look,
you know,
I'm not saying that men is bad at it.
Look, Paul cracking though, because he know it too.
Hey, I'm one of them. Nah, I'll tell you right now, I'm not good with finances.
Really?
I'm glad my fiance is. So I look at her. She be like, "Bills paid on this day." I thought we paid it already. She said, "No, that was that bill." Okay, thanks.
I'm saving up for a V right now, a vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
My parents are shocked. That's what is in my account. You did that? Yeah, I put this aside for real.
Now, see, that's the difference. Okay, that's the difference. When a man got a goal and it's something he want to get, oh yeah, he could save that money. He could save that money.
Yo, yeah. If it's something that you gonna, if it's like a toy for you, yeah, we're gonna save the money for you.
That's right. That's right.
You know, a car, got it.
That day-to-day stuff,
got it.
Yeah, that day-to-day stuff,
yeah,
nah.
Yeah,
not gonna happen.
I ain't thinking about it.
Nope.
I know, bro.
My mind is on how to make some more money.
Exactly.
I'm thinking about how to make some more money. I ain't thinking about where I gotta go.
You're like, yo, I get that back.
Right? Yep.
Pretty much.
Yep. Soon as that shit leaves the account, I'm thinking about how I can get it back.
Let me go ahead and start DoorDashing or something.
Exactly. You know what? If I open up that DoorDash account, I can have that back in about a couple days. You know what?
Yeah, never lied. I thought it was just me. I mean,
that's the truth, man. That is the truth. Okay, I got another example of when a man needs to fall back and let his woman take the lead. When it got to do with decorating the house, furniture and all that shit.
Yes.
I ain't touching nothing. Yeah.
Fall all the way back.
Yeah.
Because if it was up to me, man, this shit would look like a bachelor party. I swear, a lot of stuff would not even be here. But women, about women. Women know how to make a house a home. Like
when I first got my place in Atlanta, Cal.
You ain't lying.
My baby sister was like,
I literally.
Go ahead, Al.
No, I literally, when we moved into my house, I literally was like, look, you know, I have my little man cave. I have one little man cave in the house. I literally told her, I said, look, to negotiate the man cave, I literally told her, I said, look, give me this one singular room, you can do whatever else you want to the house.
Yes.
And she was like, okay. So literally, Calvin, you see my man cave. I got a little man cave in a little spot in my house. The rest of the house decoration was all her. I didn't have nothing else in the house. And that was our agreement. So when it comes to decorating, she got it. All I asked for is my little space. That's all I want.
Because soon as somebody asks, who did that?
And that's true. That's true. It's so true. Like, you give us that one space, you can have the rest of the house. Because at the end of the day, when all the shit come together in the house, I'ma sit back and be like, damn, babe, you did a great job. I would have never thought to get that shit. Like, it's the truth.
Mess with me. Before she moved in with me, right? My living room only consisted of a couch, a coffee table, and a TV. And my game system. That's all I had. See? When she moved in, I started adding a throw blanket, a table, a lamp for the living room. I didn't think about none of that stuff.
So that's all men then. Because I swear my spot that was all that was in my spot. I thought it was hot. Like,
Yeah, I thought I was doing something.
You do know you need a bed.
The
Man, I
bed.
can sleep on the couch, bro. I'm cool.
I had a bedroom, no nightstand, no dresser. I was putting my clothes in totes. I'm like, man, I'm good. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I can hang my clothes up. The thing I need to hang up, I hang up. The rest I put in tote. She moved in the house. I come over the dresser, 2 nightstands, little lamps for the nightstands. I'm like, yeah, I didn't think about none of this stuff. This is convenient, you know.
Truth, man. That is so true. Like that's the same thing when I met Janelle, man. I had the I swear it was a bachelor pad for real, man. I had the bed, I had the full size bed, same thing, I ain't have no dresser. You know what I'm saying? I had no throw rugs and all that shit. Man, I had the TV stand, the TV, the bed. You know, I was good. I was like, shit, that's what I'm good.
Bro, I had a 2-bedroom apartment.
Within our first year, we had throw rugs, we had the plush pillows. You know what I'm saying? In the love seat and all that shit, man. I wasn't thinking about none of that shit, man. I was like, so it's true, man. We got another special guest in the cave. That's what I'm talking about. Got my man Jay Brown in the building.
What's up, bro?
Welcome Jay Brown in the cave.
Come on in the cave.
Jay Brown, what's good with you, man? Welcome to the cave.
What's happening, man?
What's going on with you, man?
What's going on?
Man, we up in the cave, man, talking, doing what I want to.
What's the topic? What we talking about?
All right, the topic of the night, we got Jay Brown in the cave. All right, the topic.
I see what up, fool.
The topic of the topic today is when to be submissive and when to take the lead. Yeah. We should. Now we was given examples on when a woman should be submissive and when they should take the lead, and when a man should be submissive and when a man should take the lead. What's your take on that, man?
You know that it changes because nowadays some women don't know how to be submissive.
Uh-oh. We ain't talk about that yet. Uh-oh.
It's not the 60s and the 70s. They like to roll when they don't need a man. So being submissive is not nothing they want to do or trying to do. I had a conversation the other day about this female with a son, and she's saying, "Oh, I don't need his father."
Mm-hmm.
Now, mind you, the kid is 7. He needs his father. There's certain things you can't teach that little boy that a man can teach. But in her mind, and she's right. Well, her way of thinking, she thinks she's right, and she don't need a man to raise her son.
That's a fact.
Now, the father's not dead. He's in the same state. You know, they went through their differences, but she believes like he don't need his father.
Right.
So I say that to say these women nowadays, they don't know what submissive is. That's not in the vocabulary.
That's a fact. That's a big fact.
And it's true indeed. I would say about 70% of them females are making more than their man. Let's be real about it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, then you have that 30% that they're gonna let a man be a man and run their household as they see fit, whether he's bringing, more money than she is or not.
Right.
But that percentage is very, very small.
It really is. And see, that's the thing. Like,
that came from the soul.
Yeah. And that's a real thing, because you can't, regardless of whatever your situation is, women. We know there's a lot of single mothers out there that's raising boys, and they doing a good job at it. Not, if it don't apply, let it fly. But at the same time, you cannot teach a boy how to be a man, and vice versa. A man can't teach a girl how to be a woman. You got fathers raising girls that did a good job. I'm one of them. Raising girls did a good job, but at the same time, I can't teach a girl to be a woman. And women out there, you can't teach that boy to be a man. He needs his dad. You can't take that away. And money cannot be the deciding factor of your household. It shouldn't be. I mean, to each his own, but just because your check is bigger than his, that man is still a man. You got to let that man be a man. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I don't care. Women say all day, they don't need a man. I don't need a man. Lies you tell yourself. You need that man and that man needs you. That's just what it is. We all got our roles that we play in relationships. Whether you want to believe it or not, you have a role that you play. Play your role and don't go out your lane if you don't have to. Don't put yourself in that man's lane when you don't have to, because now you undermining that man and you're not letting him be that man. If you gotta step in that lane, step in it gracefully and then bow out gracefully when you need to be. It ain't nothing wrong with being submissive. I mean, honestly, it's a respect thing. You don't want that man stepping on your toes, telling you, you know what I'm saying, how to be a woman. First thing you gonna tell him is, you don't know how to be a woman, you a man. So what makes it different? You don't know how to be a man because you're not a man. Stop trying to be one. Because you're going to mess around and be too over-aggressive, and then you're going to ruin that relationship.
That's facts.
You know what I'm saying?
That's big facts. I agree.
I'm loving this, man. I'm loving this dialect with my brothers in the cave. This is why the Man Cave was created. It was to give men opinion about different lives, different areas, and different things in life. A man's opinion. We're not talking about the boy's opinion, because see, a lot of times women. Let me break it down to you. Women try to categorize and put all of us in the same box and talk about, oh, men this, men that, men this, men that. No, understand something. There's a difference. You got men and you got boys. The problem is, a lot of women have a problem identifying which one of the boys and which one are men. So they tend to put us all in one category. Men do men things, boys do boy things. And a lot of times these boys try to hide and present themselves as men when they're really boys. So women, you gotta learn to be able to identify the difference of when you got a man and when you got a boy, because we all not alike. And that's why this Man Cave was created. So real men can
difference, bro. I wrote a book about it. There's some difference.
You know what I'm saying?
Men and boys run in two different lanes. They might look alike sometimes. Because I say in my novel that there are some boys in men's clothing.
Oh, it's a lot of them. It's a lot of them. It's a lot of them. It's a lot of boys in men's clothing. Believe that.
But when they hit the fan,
yeah, believe that.
You're gonna find out the real, like really gonna know. Bro.
Oh yeah, most definitely you gonna know. But see, a lot of women don't even know how. A lot of women don't even know how to identify a boy and a man. But they be quick to tell you that you're not a man. I'm just saying, man. I'm not trying to get at you, women. We're just trying to educate you. You got 4 men on the line right now in the cave, and we're just giving you men facts. This is men facts right here. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. So let's ask Jay Brown, because we got Hall came in here and dropped a bomb.
Oh, Hall came in here and told
dropped a bomb on it.
This is hazard.
This question I'm about to ask you, Brown. This question I'm about to ask you is the bomb that Hall dropped in here, and we was talking about it. The question is chivalry really dead, or did women just kill it?
Yeah, I think it's the latter, brother. I think they killed it.
You know what I'm saying?
It's the way he went.
Yeah, I think it's the latter, brother. I think they kill it.
Yeah.
Because if you're doing something that a man, I mean, you know, open the car doors, open the doors, you know, pulling out chairs, and, you know what they're gonna say? Oh, you only doing that to get in my pants.
Yeah.
That's where we live. It's a motive. He's looking for a motive. Oh, he only doing that because such stuff. Oh, he only doing. No, I'm doing it because this is what men supposed to do. Look,
that right there.
You know, I was just home a couple weeks ago. So me and my daughter be walking on the street. So I'm telling her, you know, when you walking down the street with a dude, you're supposed to always be on the inside. And she asked me why, Daddy. I said, you know, because I mean, it's something, you know, back when New York City was New York City. They just throw stuff out the window, and 9 out of 10 it will land on the man, and the woman's protected inside. And she said, you know, I never heard of it. I said, because they don't exist anymore, but just know, you were never supposed to be, or if somebody huff the curb, the man is going to take the hit.
There you go.
Get protection.
There you go.
And she's 13 and she never heard of that, you know. But I say it's something that it does still exist.
Yes.
But just know, if you're walking down the street with a man, you're always supposed to be hands up.
There you go.
It's a protection thing. He's protected you. You're inside of him.
Now,
And
see,
you know,
that
just
right
stuff like
there,
that, it don't exist anymore.
that right there just tell me that right there, what you just said, just tell me that you a real OG. Because only certain men know that shit. And I was taught that too. I was taught that too. And to add on to what you said, another reason, because I told my daughters the same thing, same example, same thing happened, and I had to school my daughter. This is why daddy always put you on the inside or whatever, for that reason. And to add on to that, another reason I was told too by my uncle, because back in the day, the pimps had their holes on the outside because they was selling. So they ass was up for grabs.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So it was to advertise that she's up for grabs.
Right.
Who
Right.
want this right here?
It was marketing.
Exactly. Exactly. And putting your woman on the inside was a form of respect. That this one right here is mine.
Right.
This is my woman. Y'all can't have this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you just saying that, man. Yeah, you a real OG, because that they don't teach that no more.
No, they don't.
It's not taught. It's not taught. You're absolutely right, man. It's all the reasons why chivalry to some degree is dead, because a lot of women don't even know these things, and they over aggressive and try to be the man and the woman of the relationship. When you got a real man in front of you, you don't have to be that man.
Right.
Let that man be that man. Now,
So let me ask you: Do y'all think demographic and upbringing is a factor in that of letting a man be a man?
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Definitely, because if they're not taught in their upbringing, they find out through trials and tribulations growing up.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And if they get a bad man or a couple of bad men before they get that good one, and let's be real, honestly, 9 times out of 10, that's what's gonna happen. You're gonna get a couple of bad seeds before you get the good one.
My wife, she's from here, but she was born in Fort Worth, Texas.
Okay.
You know, and then you know, I got a baby mother from New York, and
I was gonna say I was born in Houston.
Yeah.
I was raised predominantly in Alabama.
Okay.
Being brought up in the South.
Yeah, because my wife, she believes in the man being a man, the man gets a big piece of steak. Nothing happens without that man being present. No one comes in his house. Even if he's fixing a home, my husband's at home. Come back in the year. You know, that's how my wife is. No man, no cousin, no uncle, no brother is coming in the house unless I'm there.
Yep.
That's how it is. You can wait in your car and he'll be here in a minute, you know.
There you go.
And that's what I'm saying, you know, I think it's like demographics too. Play a major part in it.
Yeah, it got a lot to
It's
do
just the way you was raised.
with I agree 100%. I agree 100%.
I definitely agree with that.
Yeah.
I definitely agree with that, and it's true. It's true. It's so true. Like a lot of young girls are not raised with these principles and these morals. You know, they raised off of YouTube and videos and reality TV.
Yeah, TikTok. You know?
Exactly, TikTok and all that. They don't even really get it or understand. So if they not taught that, they don't know. And honestly, that's why it's so important. It's so important, just like it's so important for a man to be a part of his son's life. It's like super important for a man to be part of his daughter's life. Because it's hard for men in this world, but it's even double harder for a woman in this world. Because men, we you know what I'm saying, like women are already going to be judged more. They already going to be given more reasons why they shouldn't have that position at work. You know what I'm saying? Why they can't juggle their career and their family. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you're not strong enough for this. You're not mentally built for this. They already got even that much more things put against them, roadblocks in their way within their growth in life. So if they, us as men, we're their first example of what a good man is. And if you're not giving them jewels and that knowledge and really being there and showing them what that good man is, they get for a hard road.
Right.
Because now they're going to depend on those guys that they being introduced to, those so-called boyfriends and male friends, on what's the things to do and what's the things not to do.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I definitely agree with that. It really is, you know, important as far as like what they're taught in their upbringing, as far as what molds them into that woman.
Yeah.
Man, this been a good show.
Yeah, this is definitely a good show. This is definitely a good show, man. I love it, man, for real. And I actually, let me see, we got somebody else that actually want to come on. Let me see if I could bring them on. And this is a female that wants to bring the female opinion to the topic.
Come on.
Yeah. I'm gonna see if I could get them on, because you know.
Hey, but I appreciate y'all having me on. I'm on here in Queens. I ain't gonna be able to hear y'all.
I
Thank you. Appreciate y'all, brother.
Thank you for coming.
Definitely, Brown. I'll let you, man. Thanks for coming in the cave.
No doubt.
Peace.
Yeah.
All right.
Man, come on, man. Don't get no better than that, man. You hear this?
Yeah, man.
Don't get no better than that.
That's some real knowledge.
Yes, it is.
Both of them brothers. That's some real knowledge, for real,
Yes,
for
it
real.
is.
Shoot. I was just gonna say, even with my situation, which right now, I'm not in it. My daughter's life.
Mm-hmm.
Not because of my personal reasons or wants or whatever, but I kick myself every day because of that reason. What we've been talking about. Because how would she know?
Right. Exactly.
That's my whole thing. Like, she don't know a lot of this stuff that we talking about.
Right.
And she needs to know, because she's coming of age to where she's not an adult yet, but she's a pre-adult. So she's real close.
Right.
And I'm sure she's dating. I'm sure she's talking to boys.
Right.
There's certain things that I would love to put into her, let her know certain things, you know, like I've seen my father do to my sisters, or, you know, just for example, you don't allow guys to do this to you. They don't treat you like this. They don't do this and they don't do that. And even speaking of my sister, one that's the vet, shoot, the guy that she married, my brother-in-law, real good, upstanding man, wholesome man, real. I respect him to the utmost. And they fell out. It's been a while ago. Had an issue. I knew how much he impacted her on her reaction to that situation.
Gotcha. Okay.
It was like her whole world fell apart. She didn't know what to do. And I never seen her like that her whole life. And I was like, wow. I got so much more respect for him.
Right.
Like, because of that situation, like, man, wow. And they've been kicking it strong now. 2 young girls he raising.
Good.
My nieces.
Good.
Yeah. I salute all real men that's out there doing their thing and doing what needed to be done, because you do know we get a lot of bad examples.
Yeah, we do. We definitely do.
And they be like, this is a man. No,
we definitely do.
That's not a man.
No, it isn't. It really isn't. It really isn't.
Men don't do stuff like that. It's
certain things men don't do.
Right.
Certain things men, like a man is not going to sit home. In my opinion, let me say this, my opinion. Everybody has their own opinion, but in my opinion, a man is not going to sit home, not work, and let his woman go out there and work and pay all the bills while he home.
He gonna feel away.
A real man is not going to do that.
Like, man, I gotta make this happen.
A real man is not going to lay up with a female in her house and not contribute to any of the bills or groceries or anything.
Right.
But want to have an opinion on everything that goes on.
There's a lot of boys in men clothing.
A real man is not going to do that. I'm just saying, in my opinion, if you live with a woman, if you laid up with a woman, she giving you, y'all having a good time, y'all doing all the couple stuff, all the husband and wife stuff. Notice I said husband and wife stuff. Y'all doing all the husband and wife stuff. But you're not contributing to the household. You're not paying bills. You're not buying groceries. You're not taking care of the kids' needs when it needs to be taken care of. You're not taking care of the car needs. If something go on with the car or outside the house or mowing a real man ain't gonna do that.
That's a whole nother show.
A real man ain't gonna do that, because there's a lot of men out there, there's a lot of boys out there doing these things, you know what I'm saying? You got some women allowing them to do these things, but it's a real issue.
Yeah, definitely.
My message to those men out there, tighten up. Definitely. Tighten up. Step up. Be that man. Stop being that boy, disguising yourself as a man. A real man has a plan. A real man has a plan. Whatever that plan is, a real man always has a plan. I don't
think nothing else can be said. Hey.
I'm just dropping the jewels. It's up to you to catch it. It's up to you to catch it. I'm just dropping the jewels.
That's factual.
That's big facts.
Yeah.
Real men gonna do men things.
Yeah. Most definitely.
You know what I'm saying? And then you got these complaining ass men. I mean, it gets on my nerve. So I could just imagine the women. You got these complaining ass men that everything is an issue. Everything's a problem.
Always.
You understand what I'm saying? You understand where I'm going with this?
Yeah. Yeah.
Everything's a problem. Every time your woman asks for something, or anytime something is needed, or something is needed, and not just needed in a materialistic way, or not just needed because she wants it. I'm talking about something that's needed to add on to your growth. It's a problem.
That's an issue, Doc.
It's an argument. It's a debate. You want to throw a tantrum like you a 2-year-old. I'm just saying, if it don't apply, let it fly. Woo. But if it do apply, tighten up. Tighten up. I'm just saying.
You got to before you get pointed out, because
tighten up. Because if you email the show, I'm going to respond, and I'm going to give you an honest answer.
Women are starting to get tired of it, Doc. I see it a lot. It's a point now to where they'll point you out in the middle of whatever the activity is. Doc.
Let me tell you something. And that's said a lot too. And no shade to you, Favor, but that's said a lot too. Women are starting to get tired of it.
Yeah. This is the deal.
Been tired of it.
They've been tired of it. This is the deal, though. A lot of women, and I talk to them a lot because they ask for my opinion on certain things, issues like this, and to the point of women let sometimes things, and I wish our other guest would come in because she can let us know that I'm telling you right. They let stuff fester.
They let it go.
Yeah.
They let it go.
They just let it go. And it builds and it builds and it builds and it builds to where when they really want to go, they explode.
Yes.
Which is not healthy. It's not healthy at all.
They let it go. But let me tell you, and this is why I got so much respect for women. And I salute the strong women out there. like I said, women, they're not starting to get tired of it. They've been tired. But this is the thing. They are now starting to not let things just go. They are now not just, they're not settling anymore. They're not just rolling with it and accepting it. That's the difference nowadays. That's the change. The change has begun. And I salute them for that, because no way you should just be settling and allowing a grown ass man to just be there in the physical and not be there
not
in
doing his part.
ways that's needed and doing his part.
Right.
That's the change. That's the difference.
I agree.
A lot of times women just accepted it, rolled with the punches, and they adapted to it, and they stepped up to the plate and became that man and woman of the relationship. And this is one of the reasons why a lot of women have an issue now with being submissive, when that man want her to be submissive. Because you want her to be submissive and be that woman, and I want you to be more girly, and I want you to be more this and more that. But to a degree, you got to step back and take a look at yourself. Are you supplying the necessary needs for that woman to be comfortable, to be submissive?
I was just going to say that.
You know what I'm saying? Come on now.
I've had this conversation.
Come on now. I'm going to call a spade a spade.
Women, dog. I was just going to say that. And that's exactly what they said. I don't feel comfortable. Like, what you mean you don't feel comfortable?
And if that
I've been doing it for so long, and from relationship to relationship to relationship, it's the same old thing. And I'm like, you need to change something. Because if you keep getting the same kind of guy, you need to switch it up. But then I was led on to something I've been saying a lot here lately. There's a lot of guys out here wearing a facade.
Of course.
They wearing this facade, and you think they're one way until he's in there. He's comfortable, and he let it all hang out. Oh, well, this is how I am now.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, and like I said, I've had this conversation with a few friends of mine that have been in abusive relationships. And they said, man, if you think I knew that he was like this, would you think I would have got with him? You known me for how long? And I'd be like, dang, I never even thought about it that way. But they have this facade up to where they look like a certain way. But
my thing
there's
is,
like I said, we have to do another show because
there's
ways of pointing them jokers out and pulling them out of their shadows.
And the next show that we do on this, I mean, it's gonna be more in depth, and we're gonna have some females. We're gonna have some females on the show.
Okay.
We're gonna have some females on the show to give that woman that woman's opinion, because, like I said, you can't expect or want your woman to be submissive if you're not supplying the necessary means for her to be comfortable enough.
Say that again.
To be submissive in that relationship.
Bruh.
If women are big, let me tell you something. One of the most important things with a woman is stability. A woman does not want to have to worry about what's coming next. Or how is this going to get handled, or how is this going to get taken care of. Women are big on stability. If you are not in a position to supply stability for that woman, don't even think about asking her to be submissive.
That part.
Because she's still in that mindset that she has to step up.
Do everything,
and do what needs to be done, because she can't trust that you are going to do. You haven't supplied the necessary needs for her to be comfortable enough to be submissive. Stability is key. Stability is key. And
to the point now, they'll let you know too.
No, it's been known. This is the thing. It's been known. It's just been overlooked. It's been known. It's just been overlooked and pushed to the back. And the women stepping up. But the days and times are different now. Women are fed up with that. And they're no longer settled.
Facts.
And that's what needs to be looked at. You know, so before we end the show, because this has been a great show. Before we end the show, DJ Favor, is there any last remarks that you would like to say to our listeners and fans?
I said in the novel I wrote a while ago, real men stand up. That's all I can tell you. Real men stand up. And most of the time you will see them. They know who they are, what they're about. They stand out from the crowd. You won't have to look for them. They're going to stand out from the crowd because there's certain things that men do, boys would never do, and vice versa. So you're able to tell them from the crowd.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, it ain't even that hard. Even in conversation. If you have a conversation with a man, you gonna know it.
Oh man, ain't that the truth? But also,
all I can say.
But also, you have to know what to look for.
Right.
Because if you don't know what to look for, that conversation is just another conversation.
My book is coming, and I'll tell you what to look for. No, let me stop.
Gotta know what to look for.
I'm telling you.
Gotta know what to look for.
Yeah. Shameless plug. It's happening.
Oh yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that.
It's happening now. But yeah, I definitely appreciate our guests coming on. They shed some good light.
Yes.
Yeah. They shed some real good light. Praise break is a little late. I usually have it out the first Sunday of the month. That's usually when it drops. If you're looking for it, the same way you're listening to this right now, Spotify, iHeartRadio, SoundCloud, wherever you're listening to this, you can find it. It's now its own entity. So you don't have to look under TDR to break down anymore. Just look for TDR, the praise break.
That's what I'm
with DJ Favor. So
big move.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, Favor. Big moves. That's big. That's big. I congratulate you on that.
Thank you, Doc. Yeah. We do.
Before we end the show, I just want to say, first I want to say thank you to our special guests for coming on, Paul and Jay Brown. Thank y'all for coming on. Y'all gave some real good input, some real good knowledge to our viewers and listeners. So I want to say thank you. You guys got the open invite. You're welcome to the cave any given time. You know, definitely just hit us up. We'll be glad to have y'all back in the cave. We enjoyed your insight. And as always, I want to definitely say, thank you to my co-host, DJ Favor. It's always a good time in the cave, man.
Yes,
that's what we're here for. We're here to give knowledge, and we're here to enlighten, and we're here to motivate, and we're here to, give knowledge and receive knowledge at the same time. And that's what the man cave is here with, from a man's point of view, a real man's point of view. And I just want to say, being submissive, I want to just say about the show topic tonight, being submissive is not a bad thing. It's had a lot of negative light because of a lot of people using it in the wrong way for their own selfish benefits. But being submissive is not a bad thing. It's a good thing. It all depends on maturity and the mental of the two people in that relationship. There are times that we should be submissive. We all have a role in a relationship, and we all need to play our role to the best of our ability. So don't be afraid of being submissive, welcoming, but also know when to be submissive and when to fall back and allow your significant other to step up and lead. And as I said before, supply those necessary platforms for your significant other to be comfortable to be submissive. Because you can't expect, you can't expect someone to be submissive and you're not supplying the necessary needs for that person to be comfortable enough to be submissive. It's a hard enough world out there, and we don't need for our peace, our home, to be hard. We want it to be our peace, and we want it to be easy. So take the time to listen to your significant other, supply those needs, and allow that person to be comfortable enough to be submissive. I'm your host, Cal Williams, and as always, without y'all, wouldn't be no us. So we love and appreciate all our listeners and all our fans. We hope you had a good show with us today. The Man Cave. And you can expect us back Wednesday at our normal time, 9 o'clock. We will be back, and we will be, dropping more jewels and knowledge from a man's point of view on the Man Cave. Anybody that's listening to us, you can find us on all major platforms where you listen to your podcast, TDR The Man Cave. Once again, I'm your host, Cal Williams, and we out. Have a good one. Peace.